Hello booktube, hello book friends, welcome back to my channel and another reading week video. This is for the week ending Saturday the 28th of June 2025 and a relatively short video, I suspect, as I've only finished one book. I have another audiobook in progress and I've got a couple of books I want to talk about and add to my pile of possibilities for Private Eye in July. So the book that I've finished is P.D. James's Original Sin. This is the ninth book. I think it's the ninth book in the Adam Dalgliesh mystery series. Adam Dalgliesh is, well, by now I think he's a commander at Scotland Yard, and he is tasked with solving a murder at a publishing house. That murder has been preceded by a suicide. So there is all sorts of shenanigans, is that the right word, going on at this publishing house, which lead up to this murder. This is quite a chunky book, although I read it on Kindle. It's just over 600 pages, so counts as a big book of summer. But the first half of the book pretty much is spent introducing all of the various characters at the publishing house, and up to the point of the murder. The bulk of the characters are pretty much just those at the publishing house. So I think so far there's been a bit of a mix between P.D. James focusing on Adam Dalgliesh as the lead character, and then other books where the characters for that book take the lead, and this is one of those in this case. So certainly the first half of the book is pretty much about the characters, and although the suicide takes place fairly early on, the actual murder doesn't take place until nearly halfway through the book. So there's a lot of background and plot building that happens. I kind of enjoyed it. I would say it could have been a shorter book, and I think I probably would have enjoyed it more. I don't know that all of the characters were necessarily required, other than to kind of give a multitude of possibilities as to who the murderer might be. So I still enjoyed it, and I'm going to carry on reading the series. So it wasn't a bad book as such. The audiobook that I've been listening to is kind of me getting an early start on Private Eye in July, mainly because it's an audiobook that is on loan from the library. So most of my audiobooks that I listen to now, I tend to borrow from the library, mainly because I've got a stack of books from Audible that are in my Audible library that I've still not listened to. So if I want to listen to a new book, I'll look and see if the library has it first, and then go from there. But this is Walter Mosley's Blood Grove, and I would have said I'm about 75, or 2/3 to 3/4 of the way through. I should probably finish this. It says I've got 2 hours 50 minutes left, so I'll probably finish this before Private Eye in July starts. But because of the way the loan system works, if someone were to reserve this before I'd finished it, I wouldn't be able to renew the loan, and I'd have to return it, so I wouldn't be able to finish the book. I'd have to wait until I could borrow it again. So I thought I would listen to it and then return it, and if that's before Private Eye in July starts, then so be it. I'm cheating a bit, but I'm really enjoying it. Walter Mosley writes about the private investigator Easy Rawlins. I'm not quite sure where in this. I don't think it's his most recent book, but it's a more recent one than some of his others. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that. It's kind of, the tension is building and so on. And then finally, some of the books that I want to kind of add to the roster for Private Eye in July are a series of books written by an author called Steve Hamilton and featuring the private investigator, Alex Knight. These are all set in Michigan and kind of right up in the north of America. And Alex McKnight is a former cop who now runs a kind of, I suppose you'd call it a kind of like set of holiday cabins, and is trying to get as far away from his past as he possibly can. He was wounded in the line of duty at the same time that his partner was killed while they were at work. And as I say, he's trying to get as far away from his past as he possibly can, but his past doesn't want to let him go, and he gets increasingly caught up in all sorts of private eye shenanigans, and seems to be my word of the day, shenanigans. And the first book in the series is A Cold Day in Paradise, and then I've got a number of others. So I've got North of Nowhere, Winter of the Wolf Moon, The Hunting Wind, and Ice Run, and I've got a few others as well tucked away, which I'm not going to get to all of these. These are just possibilities. I will probably reread the first one and maybe another one. We'll see. I've got now such a stack of books for Private Eye in July that I'm going to be hard pressed to read even a small selection of them, I suspect, but we'll see how we get on. They're all different authors, so I don't not going to get kind of sucked into the one particular author fatigue, I don't think. It's just whether I can read that many Private Eye novels during July. And there is Rocket Summer, and I was planning to read some H.G. Wells for that. There is Jane Austen July. I'm probably not going to read anything for that. And Book Trek is still going on, so I was going to read some more Star Trek novels. We will see what happens. But that's it for now, I think. So if you have been, thank you for watching, and I will speak to you again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.